And we're back.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
All good, man.
But yeah, the point I was making, I don't think I was making a point to be honest.
Well, I did definitely relate when it comes to because I live on Pinterest, man. Well, maybe the lease on my contract is starting to go up day by day, but it's really been my my information station for a long time, and um, I had a talk with an art friend about the abundance of the AI stuff just beginning to flood all over the platform, and for someone that's like always trying to like just wade through the water, wade through the water, wade through the water. As AI gets even more and more skilled, there's a time where it's like, oh, you look at something and then you get tricked. Um, you fall into it, and I think uh, besides looking online, it's kind of reminded me that hey, you buy that art book, buy that concept art book or whatever it is.
Oh
You have the
yes,
physical media.
yes. That was the point I was trying to make before.
Uh,
That yeah, I think with that rise, I think I became with the rise of AI in reference sourcing sources. I'm glad I have physical books to refer to, comics, art books, concept art books, like stuff I've collected over the years that I could just easily reference. Also, my own digital repository, like um, either official, like the the color spreads for certain mangas. I have
yep.
like digital editions of them as well,
Hmm.
and so I'm glad I have things I can reference or refer to when I need just those flashes of inspiration every now and then. But
Hmm.
yeah, sorry to cut you. Go ahead, man.
No, you're good. Yeah, that's uh, as part of the greater conversation that how important physical media is, and I've started to. I think as a creative, and this is just a personal hot take of mine. I feel like every writer or every artist, but I'm going to say for myself as a writer, you got to have a good bookshelf, man. If you don't have a good bookshelf, then what are you doing? You
Bruh,
got to invest in not only like it because it's I mean, we get so used to having everything in the phone,
bruh.
but I'll find myself like I have my handy dandy sketchbook that I'll go and I'll rewrite what I've written already in my phone in my notes. Uh, it's like, of course, one day I'm gonna have it in a book, but just to have that extra, just to remind myself to get myself into that that way of just having all the stuff there. I know I have it here. I know if everything is in this, then it's not going to be, there's not going to be an AI thing that's going to be messing with this or everything. It's completed. It has it all in one. Uh,
Facts.
yeah, that's been my
General point of
that's
view.
been my focus. Yeah.
Yeah, general approach to the idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a good approach. I'd say.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, if you want, if you know you want to 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 have more like original ideas, if you know you want, if you know there's going to be a time where you feel like um, you want to go back to
Hmm.
your origins or the things that originally inspired you, might as well collect it in the best um, high fidelity way as you can. Like if that's original
Yeah.
art books, original pieces from the sources of that media, like buying
Hmm.
official like Marvel um, art books by legends like Alex Ross, like
Hmm.
DC ones, like Jim Lee's books. You know, if those are the comics that inspired you all the way back when, if the mangas by a certain mangaka inspired you all the way back when, best thing you can do for yourself as a creative is to get the original media, like the original things from their hands, like the original um, works
Hmm.
from right from their desks. You know, that way, and some of them, if you're blessed enough, you can have some of them with commentaries, like from the artists or from the creators as well. And reading those things can just give you some greater ideas. Like recently, I was looking at the art book, um, the DC, the Marvel superheroes art book by Alex Ross. Um, he he released an art book that where he just featured, like, it was a massive spread of all the superheroes, or most of the superheroes, the mainstream superheroes in the Marvel universe, and in the book itself, there was like an A3 sized poster book, so you could actually remove those each individual character's render and use it
Hmm.
as a makeshift poster in your room or whatever. And I
Yeah.
was like, that is so cool. And the commentary in it showed us his thought process behind how he made that happen. So, for example, um, he talked about how he laid out the drawings from left to right, deciding
Hmm.
which heroes are going to feature in it as well. Um, he looked at the 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 lighting from left to right as well. That
Hmm.
was heavily influenced. That heavily influenced his approach to also deciding where the characters will be. Like, for example, he said all the light is going to come from the right, but then he has characters like Ghost Rider who generate their own light. Characters like the Human
Yeah.
Torch generating their own light. So he had to picture where they would be, as well as how their light will reflect on characters next to them. And for example, you have characters that reflect light from every direction, like the Silver Surfer or Iron Man, like right there in the
Hmm.
middle. So you have to imagine that the light from the left and the light from the right would have an effect on them. And I think just the composition breakdown of that reminded me so much of what I was doing what I was trying to do anyway. I didn't do it
Hmm.
as quite as nicely as him, but what I was trying to do whenever I made the compilation posters for like Dragon Ball Z, either the Goku one or the Broly one or the Majin Buu one, where I was trying to think of where their end positions would be and how the lighting would affect the overall piece when they're all brought together. But yeah, yeah. Just when I was doing it, I didn't necessarily have the terminology or the right way to phrase what I was doing. But when I got the
Hmm.
art book from Alex Ross, and I was like, oh, so that this is exactly what it was that I was trying to do. It was just generally a good feeling,
Yeah.
and yeah, it just gave me a bit more confidence moving forward. So like, if I can give a direct example, I got the book after the after I did the Majin Buu one. So when I was starting the Piccolo poster, I then really applied that principle to it, and I think out of all the ones I did, the Piccolo one was the most streamlined in terms of my approach
Hmm.
and my process for me, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah, yeah, lessons and
Yeah.
values you can appreciate. Where was
I think all the important stuff you gotta take in while you go along this path and kind of learn things better. We put it in simple terms.
I? Oh, bruh, you said it.
Yeah. A little bit unrelated. but I guess semi-related.
Yeah.
Uh, just a general question. Are the so will the Ko-Fi sketches will that stay, or is that another special DAP limited time kind of thing in a long?
I'm really thinking because if if not for the sticky situation I found myself in all those months ago, I may not have made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
My original plan was to make like a sketch request tier for or a request tier for Patreon.
Mm.
That is and was my original plan. Like there's people already supporting me, so I was gonna be like, yeah, along with uh, along with the support, you can now request sketches every month that you are subscribed here. But
Mm-hmm.
then obviously if I got the chance to blitz through them, and if there was people that wanted to see one or more ideas, they'd have to wait for the next month before they see one or do this and do that. But like, I appreciate the fact that with Ko-Fi, you know, as and when I'm done, people can always get more, and just get all that out while they can. And I've always
Mm-hmm.
appreciated. I've always wanted to be able to um, be more accessible. If that makes sense, because like
Right.
I'm happy that people are willing to, pay me to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But even more so, I'm happy when there's, you know, people that can vocally say that they've connected with me in a way that um, not many people get the chance to, and that that in in this case is by getting a drawing from me, be it a sketch or any kind of thing. And over time, I think I got to a point where I can have controlled sketches. Like normally when I want to draw, I kind of like I don't give a shit about how the sketch looks. I just make sure that because I know I understand what I'm trying to do, and it's just like as rough as possible. But because I know what I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna do it. But I think over time, because of um, especially some clients, like for example, the time I did that work for PlayStation, my sketch really needed to be really convincing.
Mm-hmm.
And not just them, like other like corporate clients that really want to see um, what it is you're trying to do for them, and so that made me clean up the sketches. And I think, like I said before, um, when I was doing on the Linktree sketches, funny enough, do you know it was actually Linktree that took out that feature?
You said it was Linktree. What?
That took out the feature. Like you could request sketches on Linktree.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Like before I knew it, like I just couldn't. It just disappeared from my tree, and then I went back and checked all the correspondence from Linktree, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna remove the tipping feature on so and so data." I was like, "Holy shit! I didn't even know that." But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
eventually came to find that it was them that took it off. Yeah,
Wow.
which was interesting. Which was interesting.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, when I did want to quickly like put some funds together, that it was Linktree I went to originally, but yeah, since they were gone, that's what made me start a Ko-Fi.
Mm.
But Ko-Fi is really neat. I'm not even gonna complain. Like, and they're really like cool with the cut. Like, cause obviously I don't get everything that's given in terms of tips or in terms of
Yeah.
Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi takes a cut, but like their
Mm-hmm.
cuts compared to most other places um that I get paid through, I'd say that it's a really generous cut that they take.
It's more user friendly.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's yeah. The
Mm.
UI is
Compared to.
also really nice, but yeah, yeah. Compared to others, I think it's a really encouraging platform. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Hmm.
Other platforms are like, yeah, we're gonna take this cut. If you want it to affect you less, find a way to get more people to buy. I'm sorry, like business is business. If you want the cut to affect you less, then make sure people are spending more. That way you can. That way, when we take our cut, it's not so hard for you at the end of the month. That's pretty much what
Yeah,
every other platform says. It's not. It's
you
not.
got to compensate for tax somehow.
Yeah, they're like, it's not us, B, it's you. It's like,
Yeah,
work
like
harder.
we're getting our money, man, but you got to get your money up.
You gotta work harder. We're just like, what the fuck, man.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's good. So just to answer the question, I'd say yeah. I like I like the I like the opportunities in the horizon that come from Ko-Fi. That's why I've even started plugging it on Twitch because because what's the word I'm looking for? I've gotten I've gotten to do sketches for people that I otherwise wouldn't have because of the
Hmm.
commissions price tag, and these are people as well. Some of them I've known for the longest, but I just haven't had the chance to do commissions for them. Um, and so the fact that I could do these and get those responses, get those vibes, get those feelings, it's just
Hmm.
it reminds me of the simpler days, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So I think yeah, I'd like to.
it's probably take time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I like to, I like to enjoy that a little bit more. But yeah, you
Hmm.
know, like I'm still also exploring, you know, more things. Like, you know, I did have the course I've launched. I'm already working on the next one of that, and doing one or two things just to promote that here and there. And obviously, you know, God willing, that picks up and it allows me to have a bit more freedom as well to stretch my legs creatively and you know, really work more on the things I want to work on, like my original story, the LIGHTVERSE, my Patreon, and you know, all the other um, jobs I guess I'd rather not do. I can, you know, just push that aside and do the things I want to do. So yeah, if I had my way, I'd just leave. I'd just, you know, leave Ko-Fi there and push commissions to the side
Hmm.
and really just make the most of the time. But then again, though, I could be doing better for myself in terms of putting myself out there. So I think this month I'm actually gonna take my take my branding a bit more seriously and get a web page going on,
Yeah.
like a proper website. I think most freelancers have a website, but like I just never I got stuck in the perfection mindset
Hmm.
because I'm just
Do,
so
do,
huh?
do you feel like you? Sorry to interrupt. Do you feel like you might be like you spread yourself too thin at times with all of the things that you offer, like all the other little uh, like all the other sites and stuff that you're on, or do you just feel like it's finding that right spot to have all your stuff at?
Yeah, I feel like spreading myself too thin might be yeah, it might be it is something I've considered, which is why I again adamantly refuse to start a TikTok page because I'm like everyone is like, yo, just get on TikTok, bro. You can do numbers. You can do that. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but like, I promise you, like, I do not need that much more on my plate right now. I do not need that
Hmm.
much more on my plate right now. But yeah, I can definitely say that I spread myself a lot, and that has kept me at a certain level for so long, if that makes sense. Because if I focused on
Yeah.
one and just kept giving that all my attention, definitely it would be like at a crazy level right now. But
Mm-hmm.
the more I added to my plate, like you know, growing my social media, I was on Instagram primarily for a very long time, and that's why it's my biggest platform right now. Then, along with Instagram, I added Twitter to that, and while it was just the two, those grew as well. And
Mm-hmm.
if I want to blame anything, I'm gonna blame Instagram because since they acquired like Facebook and whatever,
Yep.
whenever I post on Instagram, it sends stuff to Facebook, so I have to go check my Facebook art page, make sure that's doing good once in a while, and then Threads as well. So whenever I post on that, it just goes there as well. So then I had to go check that as well, and I was like, you know what? Since I'm already doing all this, let me see what else I could put my stuff in if it's just to repost stuff. So I heard Twitch was doing good, so I was like, yeah, people want to see me stream. I was streaming on Instagram before, if you can remember, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep. Good times.
yeah, yeah, and I was like, yeah, these are nice, but like I drawn an iPad, like, and the Instagram screen, phone screen size is kind of like limiting. So let me just go
All right.
stream where everyone else streams, and that's how I just started Twitch. Then I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but I did have a YouTube page from a while ago. So let me just send my Twitch streams over there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was that for quite some time. But then I was like, yeah, what more? What more can I do to to get my stuff out there? And I was like, oh look, there's stores online like Gumroad, like Displayed, like
Yeah.
Redbubble. And I'm like, yeah, I could upload stuff here and there every now and then, like that alone, I've already listed like 8 different platforms that I'm trying
Yep.
to manage. And I think, yeah, like even in moments like these where I'm just listing it out to people or just reflecting on it with someone, yeah, it gets overwhelming just having all that to manage. But
Yeah.
obviously, oh, there's a question of why not like um, delegate, find someone to do that, find someone to manage that. I'm like, I'd rather it be someone like directly under my roof.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, like, if I was gonna be an employer, I'm gonna be like the breathe down your neck type employer. Like because just in case shit hits the fan, I don't want it to be like I missed an email or I missed a phone call or I just wasn't
Mm-hmm.
around when they needed me to sort something out. Like I hate that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So like if when I like for example for a while when I was living with my little brother, he was managing my shop pages, but the then he moved away, and that just fell back on me, and I was like, oh, it's a bit of work right now. I gotta focus where I gotta focus, which is commissions. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I will. Just the long version, the short version answer to your question is yes. Sometimes I just feel like I take on too much, and I think I've taken on too much to the point where turning back might rock the boat a bit more than I would like.
Yeah.
Like if I just straight up said, "Oh, I'm shutting shit down and going this way now," I think that's gonna like shake things up a bit more than I'd be happy to. But if 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 push keeps shoving, then it's something I might definitely have to do at some point.
Oop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold that thought. Give me a quick 5 minutes, real quick.
Yeah, you do your thing.
All right, we're good.
Yo, yo, whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, started tracking.
Good. Funny enough, there was a fly in my mother's room, and I had to
You
fight it real quick, but we won.
ain't no,
We're good.
I can't believe it.
I know, man. This heat is unbearable. It brings the craziest creatures from who knows where.
The audacity of these creatures.
For real, man.
Hey, but if she's ever interested, I got a good decent deal on a spider.
Yeah.
Got a decent deal on some spiders, bro.
And that brings me back to the whole spider
Bro.
arc death way back.
The Spider Verse.
Yeah, the spider. But
Yeah.
what were we?
The early
But yeah, spreading yourself too thin.
Oh right, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I know.
I I felt that too with myself. And I've had previous experience like way back when, 100 years ago. My brothers and I, we had a YouTube channel, and it's still up there.
Okay.
Um, we didn't really know what we wanted to be. We were just some brothers posting some video game stuff, making funny sketch comedy videos, and we didn't really. And we made a Patreon. We had none to offer. We were on it had an Instagram page that wouldn't really post anything, and all of these other spots where I had learned from that was like, okay, like as someone that's trying to start out or has a significant amount of people in one spot, it's
Mm-hmm.
best for me to just maximize my one spot where everything is at, and then slowly do one, do another, but not too much. Especially when it's like I know my content is going to work a lot better on these few sites instead of everywhere. I can't be everywhere yet. I'm not at that point. Um, so I have to work there, and it also comes with managing an audience as well because uh
Hey, bro, you do that so
I,
well. Like I'm
yeah,
literally
it's
in
like
so many other.
mhm,
I literally visit so many other servers, and I don't think I'm yet to find one as active as the embassy. Yeah,
yeah,
and this is for like even pretty well-established brands um, like niche global brands like other bigger um, streamers or personalities.
mhm,
Their servers aren't popping as much as the embassy, you know. And again,
mhm.
I did say this when I was streaming in the embassy some time ago that it's just a testament to the licks you've taken, and the lessons you've learned,
Mhm.
and how you make that work for you, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, and it really is. It's one of those things like you don't really look at, and then when you look at and understand it as a concept, it's like, oh yeah, I guess it is hard.
Oh yeah, I guess it is hard. Look at this
Yeah,
nigga.
no flexing it at all. But
Yeah.
it's really like uh cultivating and holding something. It's almost like you kind of gotta plant something in somebody's mind to.
Yeah.
It's like help me help you without you knowing that you're helping me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that is something that I've realized is just like my goodness. I guess it's some the concept that like it's easy to explain on a surface level, but once you get really deep into it, it's really just dependent on the people that you know and wherever you go for any kind of community. I was fortunate to find a group of people that had similar ideals to me, and fortunately enough to that, I was also their friend.
Hmm.
Um, so I was able to have that all bundled into one. It was really like a perfect storm. And I had the idea, hey, I want to do this, but I want to expand on this. And then other people, it's a lot of dirty work. Of course, you go through your periods where you got some good folks, you got some bad folks, and
Oh
you really
yeah,
have to work
I do be
through
missing the
the
drama nights.
yeah.
I do be missing the drama nights where there's drama.
Yeah, man. Like, and the tea do be hot. That tea get hot, man. That tea gets hot,
Ain't no.
and you really got to be prepared to to drink it
Yeah,
and
or they'll clean it up
not
at
complain
least.
about the temperature.
In your case, to clean it up. In your case, I guess.
Yeah, man. I've had the whole I've had the whole picture at this case
Yeah,
or at this point.
because I know like
But
no,
mhm.
I can imagine no one starts a community with the hope of settling conflicts or like keeping the peace. Like I don't think anyone walks into that idea with like the end goal of settling conflicts or disputes between members. But
Mhm.
I'd say it is a good quality to have when you can go into those kind of environments and actually uh, maintain the peace between so many different personalities, so many different ideas, trains of thoughts, and what have
Mhm.
yous, and do it so well. Cause yeah, like even though like regardless of like the occasional banter and um, sometimes undermining of your efforts, I'd say like most of the most members, or if not all members of the community, respect you as a person. And respect at least the fact that you've created. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Created such a space, such as such, for them to um, really just stretch out, have fun, and meet like-minded individuals over the course of their time on the internet. And I myself am one of them. Like for me, it may not necessarily be. It may be a knock-on effect of um, just my relationship with you, but the fact
Mhm.
that the embassy is also a place where um, I've seen a good number of clients come my way. It's just uh, another reason why I respect the effort that goes into like keeping that place up and maintaining it. And one of the reasons why I personally feel like when there's a chance for me to give back, be it
Mhm.
in the form of either plugging the content or being present in um, challenges or what's the word I'm looking for, collabs every
Yep.
now and then. I'm always happy to do that when I'm chance to. So like yeah, it's just again just testament to the good work you're doing, in there.
I appreciate that, man. I think as as creatives or people that want to hold a community, you always one of the intentions should be is like you want it's your baby and you want it to be able to exist without you
Oh,
to a fault,
all right.
and you kind of have to how do I say you kind of have to almost set it up that way. Like when I always talk about it, I mean, yeah, I made it and everything, but I always say, yeah, it's our server because I'm not the only one that uses it,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
it's benefited a lot of other people in many different ways. So it's not only done good for me, of course, it's a monetary investment because there's a Discord subscription thing, but that
Mm-hmm.
uh, I feel like that is another thing that's like one of those unsaid rules or one of those unsaid things of like, okay, this person's obviously serious because they're putting money into this and it's completely optional. So that means even more than someone that's just having these ideas, saying they want to do these things, but they're not, I guess, literally putting their money where their
Their
mouth
mouth
is.
is.
Um, so for me, that was also another important thing for me to really be like, well, here it is. I have the friends that want to do this with me, and we all have the right ideas. So let's jump. Let's make that jump. Let's do this, and we're not gonna leave because we've seen cases before. People try it. All right, guys. This was a fun little attempt, but bad guy number one and bad guy number three, they really
Kind of
messed up
messed us up.
everything. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
end this all now. I was like, nah. I want to draw my line in the sand and keep things how they are.
And keep
So
pushing.
yeah, keep it pushing. And thankfully, it's been that way through hell and high water, and it's been peaceful. And the nice thing about that too is that the older the server gets, of course, it's uh, you're gonna have people that again they get to know each other better. So then you already know. I know no one's gonna have a problem here because everyone kind of knows each other and even knows how to act around each other. Or oh, I don't feel like talking to this person. I'll talk to him another day because there's a whole bunch of other people to talk to. It's like it is a family, and like the same way with family, it's like, oh, cousin John is here. I may not want to talk to John today because when he's always here, he brings his own stuff. But that's my guy, so I'm gonna sit here and just listen, even though I may not be able to be the best listener right
Yay,
now.
cousin John. Yay.
Yeah, there's things like that. I feel like it's also taught people that, or at least patience, or I guess couth is another word to be able to
You
just
think so?
yeah,
Tolerance,
yeah,
if anything.
yeah, to tolerance all that other stuff bundled into one.
Yeah, I think it's until I really I think here's a bit of a I don't want to say truth bomb, but like
Mm-hmm.
call it what you will or take from it what you will. But I think the server was the first place I heard the term different strokes for different folks. And obviously, like, the different contexts in which where it was relevant allowed me to really understand how different people's tastes can be and how different people themselves can be. And I think the fact that that is something is that resonates within the Lightverse,
Mm-hmm.
especially with things as personal as tastes. The fact that it can be said, and that can just put an end to like a disagreement or an argument. It just goes in somewhere like the embassy. It just
Mm-hmm.
goes to show just how um, deep the concept you're talking about goes. Just like it being a place where so much more can be taught to people or imbibed in people.
Mm-hmm.
Just that patience and tolerance and understanding. It's part of
Right.
the ethos of the embassy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's such a cool thing. Such a cool thing.
I think how long has it been around? Definitely welcome. I'm trying to think back. What year did I make this survey? Let me double check. It was in 2021. 2021. Going on year four and everything. Uh, that's yeah. That's the benefit, and I think that's something that as a Discord server, that's what you should really achieve too. I know some people make them to a fault. They have their own reasons for putting together a server, making all this stuff. But
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wanted to
I forgot
make something.
Discord
What's
as
up?
well. In the list, going back to spreading myself thin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Discord as well.
Yep.
But yeah, go ahead.
Uh, yeah. It's like the cultivating community thing. It's like, well, people make these to a fault, but I felt like if I was gonna do this, then I would need. Obviously, I'm gonna need help because it's a community of a lot of moving pieces, a lot of different people, and again, I've been blessed to be in a situation where a lot of the people that were either there were people that I knew or they were a friend of a friend, and oh, they known this person since they knew me or before me or whatever. So, uh, fortunately, there's been a lot of people that have similar backgrounds um, that have come and become a part of the server, and I've gotten to know them and their stories, and it's been another big thing. And for me, I was like, well, this Discord, I think for me too, it's like uh, it's not a separate venture like the Lightverse and everything. It's my hangout spot. It's my clubhouse, and I've had to treat it as such. So for me, the interaction and the buzz in there, I guess, is not just dependent on me because there are other people that do their own things that add to the server. So I guess if I was to compare it to like a business sense, uh, it's what, of course, we all want that activity in our servers, and you look at the number. Oh, there's X amount of people here, so
Mm-hmm.
you would hope that the number of people would reflect in the activity that's there because you see it in a lot of servers. There'll be a few thousand uh, people in a server here and there,
Yeah,
and
near a
then
peep.
yeah, not a peep at all. And that's another thing because then I think about, okay, people want to join a server. Of course, they want to be there, but the other part is it's like the interaction, and then uh, just the because people will take a server, put it in a folder, and then it'll be with other servers, and
In
then you get a
other
notification,
folders.
and then you won't look into it.
Bruh.
So it's it is an annoying thing because of course we're putting a lot of
Spoke,
time and effort into
spoke,
these servers.
spoken like a true folder collector.
Yeah, man. I've had to like had a conversation with myself and be like, well, look, I know if I'm not in the server enough, and if I'm coming back to the server once in the blue, and I'm not really doing anything or adding anything to it, then why am I here? If I don't know
Mm-hmm.
anybody here, if it's just
Mm-hmm.
a random server that does similar things to what mine does, just at a different rate with a different roster of people, then I'm just there for self promotion, really. But you know, posting doesn't always equal automatic engagement. So um, I might as well not be here. And then I leave the server. It's like, do I want to come back? Nah, because I never really rooted myself anywhere to do that. So I really only join the server if I know that I'm going to be adding something to it and I'm able to provide.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate not being able to do that because then it's just cluttering up the Discord and probably slowing your phone down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
uh, that's kind of the perspective I take when I'm going through these two is that I want them to have that. I want to be able to do that
Cool.
and have people stay. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, of course, I'm not trying to take priority over what people want to do, but it's like we're here for a reason,
Yeah.
so let's try to keep that.
Ah, but by all means, I think we
Yeah.
should. Um, well, be that as it may, I do, I do still um, have to appreciate once again, just the, the fact that I guess with everything you said, it's you try to make it sound like it's just a natural way things seem to have been going, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of, you had your reasons for doing it, and it is what it is today. Not necessarily because there was an explicit strategy. It's not like you sat down and said, "Oh, I'm gonna have over like 180 members by the first quarter of 2025," or anything like that. It was, you know,
Yeah.
purely just led by the vibe. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there was something you felt you wanted. Oh, I wish there's a place that I could do this and that, and like, oh, let me just make a channel for that, see if people are interested, and it just organically just kept. And I think that's really the best way to do things. Like, just giving people like a sandbox. Like, that's these sandbox type games. They have them longevity
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it gives power to the players. It gives power to
Mm-hmm.
the member, like the players or the members of the server. They can really just go into places that cater to what it is they're after, what it is they like, and then they find themselves coming back to it to either interact with it, to make new content through it, to make new content from it, or like just generally just have all the fun they can with it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's just one of the better uh better side effects or symptoms, or I don't know, for lack of a better term, knock offs of having a pretty aloof approach to creating a community. Let me not say aloof.
Yeah.
Aloof kind of, I don't know. It feels like it has a negative stigma to it. So having a
Almost like
laissez-faire,
dumb or something, right?
yeah, a laissez-faire, maybe not laissez-faire, a casual. Not. It's definitely not casual because there is some form of discipline that you apply. Like, I know, especially when it comes to the announcements in the server, pretty. I don't want to say formal, but it's pretty organized. The announcements.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think, yeah, just being who you are. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna stop. Just being you with it allows it to just function the way it functions, and the results definitely just, again, just a testament of the fact that you being you're just an awesome person. So
I appreciate that, man.
Don't mention it, man. Don't mention it. Then I was thinking now that I'm at this point, the extra bit I want to do. Obviously, the pillars from the
Yep.
Nikkei, they're nice to be there,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not. Now you see, I've covered the whole back um, area.
Mm.
So like when I try to think of putting and I still have Nikkei's there. That's kind of there,
Yeah.
blocking it because of this different elements I've put. And by the time I'm done, of course, I'm gonna have the second side profile down here, just a
Yeah.
bit more in front. So I'm thinking of how I want. Excuse me.
Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties.
Sorry, my coffee tried to come back the other way.
Ooh.
Really. Anyway, um,
Dude.
where I'm gonna put the name, yeah. So I was thinking something, cause I'm still like, I got the um the Dragon Ball Super Volume 24 cover thing that I redrew. I'm still working
Yeah.
on that, and one of the ways I wanted to kind of finish it up was by just having some words or graphics around the characters. So like obviously maybe I was gonna put her name around,
Mm-hmm.
like fill in some of the information, like the
Yeah.
height, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and that would just like fill in the displace.
Yeah.
And
Accentuate everything else.
yeah, kind of like just make use of the negative space by putting like some words in there,
Yeah.
some text in there, and just to make use of all the space. But
Make it a little bit more expressive too.
yeah, just make it a little bit different. But I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't. It wasn't clicking. Even now, I
Mm-hmm.
tried to start doing it. It just doesn't feel the same. So like, if if I if if I didn't make that work, my next idea was to like just bring all that shit to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe so, but like, for example, since the top is busier, I'll just bring it down to the bottom. I'll bring it down to the bottom and maybe push some of the
Yeah.
models upwards, just to keep the theme from last time.
Yeah.
As it was above, it's gonna be the same below, and just lock that down there. Mistake. I think I'm gonna do it that way. Just yeah. Woo. That saved me some headache.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll pull everything up. Ooh, ooh. Hmm. I've noticed something. Something evil.
Oh.
The I've grouped already the line art. So if I want to move some, I'm gonna have to be
Mm-hmm.
extremely careful. Mm.
No.
Stephanie, I
Steph,
wanted to
Steph.
uh talk to you as
Um.
well.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
No,
I'm
don't
scared.
don't be scared. Don't worry. This is being recorded. Are we still
Steph.
recording that, or are we still on?
Yeah, sorry,
Steph.
yeah, it's still
Steph.
recording.
Steph, help me. I'm
All right.
scared.
No, don't worry. This is being recorded. Like literally, this is being recorded. But
Wait, actually?
uh,
What the fuck?
no, yeah. So what happens is for the donors, I upload these videos unlisted, link exclusive on my YouTube channel, and it's basically the whole entire playback stream of me and Daff here. Or if anyone's here, they ask me questions, I recite them and then answer them. Look at them as talks with the goat, Lightverse edition, exclusive.
Wait. Wait, so is that what you wanted to talk to me about, or?
Well, briefly about some stuff of what's to come. I know you're on vacation right now. I hope you're enjoying it. Um, was that a cry for help or was that a cry of excitement?
You'll never know.
Fair enough.
um, fair enough. But in moving forward, I'm happy to say that I've been doing a lot of thinking for the direction. I want to take the story as a whole, where everything is going. How I want to present this stuff, and uh, the, for lack of a better term, I'll say finality of what I want to have in the server. Because there's going to be other sections for other things, of course, but for everything that I want to say need to get done has already been done. For example, like the hero section
Mhm.
for the part one and
Mhm.
some other things. I want to start doing that for part two. That's some of the focus. The Lionhawk stuff. Uh, that fortunately I don't have to put as much into because there's only such a set amount of people that I need to focus on. But for all the loose threads that I have, um, I know we talked about it briefly before, like what you did for Yabez. Uh, that's just the general direction where we'll be taking uh, with the other characters to come. And I feel like I talked to Nin a little bit about it. When the vacation's over and everything, I'm gonna tell him about the stuff I have planned and trying to just get some of these other things just checked off the list. So we're closer to that point than we were before. Fortunately, Curlew, um, like I said before, he's doing the Chapter Zero reference pages. Life has held him back, but he is getting back to them. So we're getting close to that. Do you have any questions, or anything?
I
Questions,
don't,
comments,
I don't,
concerns?
I don't know what this means. Like, what does this mean? I don't.
Well, this means this means that as the summer rolls on, we're going to be focusing on, for lack of a better term, finishing what needs to be done for the Lightverse server. Um, and yeah, that's basically the biggest part for Lightverse, not for Lionhawk. But just knocking those things off the list, and then it will be uh complete. I'll say 98% complete, and
No
that's
more, no
that's
more
what.
art.
No, there still will be art. That's never gonna stop. But
Oh,
for character introductions, now that's not to say that there won't be. Oh yeah, a new character that I made recently, like that. That's still gonna happen. But my focus is knocking out these concepts that I've written up, like the simpler ones. Like if I were just name one off the top of the dome, like President Jenkins, Prime Minister Blackwell. Uh, I've decided in the workshop section in the embassy.
Yeah.
I know Nin talked
If
about
I
sharpening his skills there
if I didn't know
for
how creative you were or how awesome you were, I'd have totally
and
laughed at those names. Prime Minister Jenkins. I would be like,
wait, what happened?
sort of hoity-toity. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know I still laughed, but just know it's laughing with the understanding that those are actually gonna be cool characters. But
yeah,
outside of my own prior experience with the Lightverse / Lionhawk, if I heard, oh, I want to introduce you to my OC, was it President Jenkins?
yeah, it was President Jenkins. Yeah,
Meet my OC, President Jenkins.
Oh,
that's that phrase.
Sorry, but yeah, no, please. The worst thing anyone could ever do is laugh at an original
No,
idea. And
it's all right. I too enjoy an obscure random laugh.
yeah, you know what I
okay,
think?
so,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Steph.
oh, I was gonna say, so what I'm hearing is I still have time to absorb and steal Daph's art style. Okay.
Oh my God, is that really what you got from that?
Yeah, he's not done yet, so I still have like time to absorb and steal his art style. So
You will always have time to do that.
no, like in terms of like lifers things, like
I'm not going anywhere.
no, I'm just like like oh my gosh, like oh no,
You,
because like he's not done yet. So
you.
if he asks me to do more stuff, I have more time to absorb and steal your art style
Oh,
and
now
make
I
it so
see.
that you drew it, but I drew it in reality.
Oh, now I see. Yeah, that's the long game. You're playing the
Oh,
long game. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh wow,
Y-
right, right,
Yeah, now I get
right,
what you were saying. Absolutely. Huh,
right.
now I'm offended.
Oh, good, good. Stay mad. Good, good.
But yeah,
We had to bring this up at
Everything,
HR.
HR.
everything is going according to plan. Oh,
Mischievous ass giggle.
oh,
Um, but yeah, no, that's going to
whatever,
be part of the
bro.
focus. It's going to be part of the focus this summer. Uh, because Nin was
No,
really
it's
passionate
not.
about it, so I
No,
want
it's
to
not.
get him.
No, it's not.
Like I said, this is being recorded, so other people are going to hear this, and they're going to be like, "Wow, you know." This is
Oh
who
wait,
Mr. James has on the team. We
wait,
got to
I
talk to
forgot it
her.
was being recorded. Oops.
But
Now the world's gonna know you're trying
but
to steal.
but don't worry,
Guys, I'm
you
not an official employee, guys. This is fake.
you know exactly who's gonna listen to this because it is a private recording. So
Yep.
if you just look at the people with the donor role, unless of course they stop being donors,
Oh.
then you know exactly who.
I donate. I donate with my labor, my art.
Yeah, you're gonna know exactly.
Oh,
I probably
Yep.
take more than donate, but
oh,
yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
true. Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, like you know, if there is a leak, there is a very uh clear place you can source your suspects from.
what are you
Yep.
talking about?
Because the donor list, we got this is a roll lock chat.
Yeah, so
The
like
people that
Yeah,
can
but
see this. Yeah,
who's gonna leak it? I don't
you.
understand.
if anyone ever says that
Oh my. Oh,
this wasn't drawn by Daff, it was drawn by Steph, then and it's
oh.
not DJ nor I that says it, you know where that like if someone anonymously posts
Guys,
that someday.
Mm-hmm.
guys, guards, guards.
but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Steph, that's that real talk. That is something that I want to work on because we do have to lock in now.
No,
When
I
the
don't
time
draw.
comes, because you don't draw.
No.
You know, I'm gonna have to talk to Nin then and apologize for the loss, but he will gladly take your spot
Oh
on the Goat
wow.
Island
You said
team.
gladly.
Oh,
I know.
so I'm replaceable. I'm replaceable like that. Okay. Okay.
So,
He
you
will
know,
gladly
I'm
take
just
that spot.
I'm just a cog
you know.
in the machine.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you know,
That's all I
it's just
am.
business.
I'm just replaceable.
He hit her with the just business line.
Yeah, it's just business. Just business.
Nothing personnel.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? This is I'll add something new to this server. This is a commemorative ting. Um, I'll make a roll. I'll call it uh, and Team Goat Island. Yeah, for the people that have done artwork that actually helps the Lightverse. I know Daffy said you take more than you give, but you still a homie, so you will get that role as well.
No, you know, like
I'm gonna beat up. I'm gonna beat up Dad.
I feel like
Wait,
it,
wait. I forgot this was recorded. I
it
didn't mean
is.
that. Wait.
If I suddenly disappear, or if I suddenly end up in the hospital, or if I suddenly
Wait, Dad. Wait,
even
wait.
even in
I was just,
situations unrelated to
I was
getting
just
beat up,
joking. Dad,
and
Dad was
if
just
anyone is
joking.
wondering who to look at or where
Oh
to
no.
start the investigation, it's right here.
God,
It's right here.
guys, I was just joking.
It's right here,
Oh my
people.
god.
You heard
Well, you
you
know
heard
what?
it here
Whatever.
first.
Whatever. You know what? I'm already going down with the boat. I'm just gonna say it. I hate LUCIFA. She's the worst character.
Damn.
I don't care. I'm going down anyway. I'm just gonna speak my truth. She's
Damn.
the
We'll
worst
get it off
character.
now.
Oh no,
Is
don't
it?
get
Is it?
let's not lose our heads.
Like
let's
I'm already gonna get executed like executioner style out in the shed with a cigarette in my mouth, blindfolded. Like she's the worst character. Like
oh my days, the blasphemy.
Oh
don't
man, you know
care.
it's all because of Koza. That's the real reason, Dad.
Oh really? There's some like
And
inside
yeah,
story to it.
there's some funny lore. You know, it's like, hey, here's Koza, and Stephanie's like, oh, he's pretty cool. And then I was like, yeah,
Wait,
and
wait,
here's
wait, wait,
Lucifer.
wait,
Oh,
wait, 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 wait. What
yeah,
happened?
you remember
Oh wait,
the day I showed
no,
you.
wait, no, no, no. I had to mute. I had to mute. So what happened? Go back. Go back.
Oh, I was giving Daft the lore about your beef with Lucifer.
Because they
Bruh,
watch
Lucifer is so ass, bruh.
watch
She's
the
a
play by
kind of
play.
bounce that ass. I hate her.
Oh my god.
Ugly. Kind of bounce that ass.
But the story is that I showed her Koza, I showed her Lucifer, and I was like, yeah, they have a complex relationship between Koza and Lucifer, and she was like, oh man, someone's stealing the heart of Koza, quite literally and metaphorically.
You know what?
So I'm now going to.
If
It's
not,
crazy, man.
if not for the fact that I knew more about the characters, again, I like doing this where I think about how a completely new person to this world would react to these characters. I'd have thought, if not for, again, just starting my sentence again, if not for I knew more about the lore, I'd have thought they had like a Makima Denji type relationship.
Mm. And this will be for the recording as well, for those that don't know. So, it was when I started designing these guys in my head, where I was like, I think a lot of the George Lucas quote, it's like poetry, it rhymes, and the things that are going on through the story and how these certain little elements relate to other things. Um, so, uh, when I was making more notes for Lucifer's race, the Ethereans, her and Decay, I was like, their relationship with the champions that they have, and just looking at their dynamics. I think this is, of course, me tooting my own horn a bit, but Lucifer and Koza probably have my favorite dynamic. It really, like you said, I would compare it to the
No,
Makima,
they don't.
the Denji thing. Yes, hold on. So,
Nope.
uh, but with Koza, he's very like, he doesn't really give a shit, to just put it plainly. Because he has things that he wants, and he knows that Lucifer is the gateway to get there, and he doesn't really care about himself like that, to the point to where he's like, uh, like he's like, I know you're playing me, I'm playing that game too, but I'm not gonna like drive myself crazy and be like, oh my god, I can't believe what you're doing. It's just like,
I'm not gonna get depressed
what the hell
over
are you
the
doing?
same
Calm
thing.
down.
Oh my gosh, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Right. So, they have some similarities, but they couldn't be more different at the same time. Now, for the design bits, and for Lucifer, and comparing it to Nikkei has horns like a ram. Um, and a ram. Let me just pull up the handy old Google machine,
What the
because
hell? What the hell am I
I
saying?
yeah, what does hold on a
What the
ram
Halliburton?
represent?
What the Halliburton? What the Halliburton? What the Halliburton? Oh,
So, in the Bible here, rams typically represent strength, leadership, and sacrifice. In various cultures and contexts, the ram symbolizes different aspects, including courage, determination, and even fertility. Um, and Nikkei's champion, his name is Kalpo. He will have the horns of a ram as well. I'll get into the Daiku relation another time.
oh,
Bless you.
thanks.
Um,
Oh,
for
sorry, because I'm allergic to Lucifer. Ugly yeah.
Damn, she is
so
she is committed to the beef.
Ooh,
yeah, man.
sorry guys.
You're good. For the horns, um, for a goat, they symbolize like strength, resilience, and for Lucifer is heavy stubbornness and independence. And obviously we know that uh, in some more sinful contexts is there with lust, fertility, evil, and demonic stuff, all that fun stuff. Um, so they both have similar horns, and that's a connecting aspect about both of them. Koza looks at Lucifer and he kind of assumes that, oh, okay, you got funny looking eyes like I do. You got horns like me.
Wait a minute.
Are you another? Like, are there
He
more of us? It's like, nah, you couldn't be more wrong.
so
But
he's not an Ethereum.
no,
Koza, I mean, definitely not.
yeah,
So like
definitely not.
his existence isn't like in any funny way um as a result of anything Lucifer's done, where it's
No,
like maybe it's like I'm thinking of because I recently finished Naruto and I kind of like the concept
Mm-hmm.
of Ashura and Indra just being that bloodline, just going from descendant to descendant to descendant to descendant.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, imagine if like with what you've described now, I know you already have your own way of doing things. Like if one way or another, Koza is like a
Mm-hmm.
very long lost descendant of one of Lucifa's earliest champions, if that makes sense, or first champion.
Mm-hmm.
But
Can I be a champion?
that's just me being what?
Oh,
If you do your art homework.
I said, can I be a champion?
Yeah, I think
If you do your art homework.
we're all champions in DJ's eyes.
Man,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't wanna do my damn homework for it.
You want to be? You still want that handy dandy Goat Island tag, right?
Am I even an employee, bruh?
Yes. You done the sheet and you done a Sunny Diamond. Remember we oh
I haven't
uh
done many things for Gold Island.
well I mean you've done again. Well, you done a character sheet and you done a Sunny Diamond
It's
magazine
mostly
thing.
that.
Well, still you have a spot on this team stepping. I mean, Daff is the homie. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna get stuff with Daff till the casket drops, but
Damn.
you are still on the team, and again, there's things that we still stand to do. I know you had work for a little bit that was holding you back on some real talk,
No, yeah.
and obviously
It's
you're with your family,
horrible.
but yeah, and I never want to get in front of somebody and be like, "Hey, Stephanie, like I need you to do this stuff now." I'll never ever do that. Um,
If you
but
don't do this
there,
now, I'm gonna kill you.
right? So no, we're being recorded. Remember, being recorded in the video game
Oh
we're talking about.
wait, yeah.
Video
Sorry,
game,
guys.
yeah.
I'm definitely not in a sex shop. Please don't help me.
Yeah, this is not a sweatshop, but nah, for real. Uh,
Not please
like
don't help me. So she's not denying that she needs help. She's just saying she doesn't want you to help
Yeah,
her.
guys, definitely don't help.
Do you need
definitely
I'm
not.
help or
blinking
not?
Everything's
twice.
okay.
I'm blinking twice as we speak.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
everything's
okay.
all right.
It's okay. They're not gonna help you, but do you need help?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I do not need help, but
So then everything is fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if anybody felt so inclined as to help an artist in need, I wouldn't, outright deny it. Like,
But
uh,
are you said artist in need?
yeah, like,
Oh my God, she needs help.
uh.
It's being recorded. We have now we know.
Kill James! Kill James!
the
She says he
but
said
but
he said he was so quick to say she's on holiday when she was in fact in the sweatshop.
I'm not on holiday, guys. I'm chained down in the Gold Island basement,
Oh
being forced to
no,
draw as we speak.
the one who
that's
said no.
picture didn't happen. Nah. Uh, someone
What
did
the
ask me.
Halliburton?
Someone
Okay.
did ask me about the like the saviors, and I know we were gonna start that for the ultimate, and I really wanted to start knocking those out. There's not a lot of them that are important
Oh,
that
wait.
I need to get done. Yeah,
Am I still gonna be able to draw him, like do a
yeah,
sheet?
yeah.
Yay!
I want you to. Yeah, that
I
was
kind of want to go. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was
I
gonna.
wanted. Oh,
Okay,
wait.
go
Do
ahead.
I go first? Or okay. I shouldn't say. I wanted to like try the style Daff is doing right now, where he's like doing the turnaround. It's gonna
Hmm.
take me a long time, but I do want to do it.
Yeah.
No, the
I'm not
turnaround
gonna
like
do the
this.
expressions though. I'm probably gonna do like the how do you say her name? The other one he did of
Nikkei?
that character.
Oh, Nikkei.
Yeah, Nikkei. I'm not gonna do any like expressions, but I do want to do the turnaround. He did. That reference
Yeah,
looks so pretty. Oh my gosh.
and we were just talking about that. I really enjoyed the side profile of the
Yeah,
Oh,
her.
I was talking about how I don't really do those, but obviously if it's for DJ, I'm gonna make
no,
it
because
happen.
it looks so
Mhm.
official. It looks for some shit that would actually be official. Like, I'm not lying.
And
That's why I
that's the
like
thing.
it so much. It looks so professional. I want to try it now. I
Oh
want to do it
wow,
too.
I do appreciate that, and I guess it's one thing I've always thought to do, cause like obviously as an artist, you'd love to get a movie credit or like a credit for what's the word I'm looking for? A long established piece of media. Oh my god.
Wait, I do have a question though.
1 second. I'm gonna finish my thought, then go back to the panicking. I was panicking, and so
Oh,
like
okay.
to do those kind of things, like if you want to work for Sony or like Marvel or like any of these established studios, obviously you need a portfolio. And I'm like, oh geez, like a portfolio. If I want to do that like strategically, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this, do this, do that. But like, whenever I get the chance to give a more, because like my commissions are still pretty informal. Like, even though I'm a pretty formal guy when it comes to my work, I still keep a pretty informal air when it comes to commissions while I'm at this
Yeah.
level. So like when I do get the chance to do something a bit more like standard or a bit more um industry standard, like the
Yeah.
shoots for the Lightverse, I try to like give my put my best foot forward, because like literally you never know who's
That,
watching, you know.
really, that's actually really good advice. I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, you never know who's watching. If you find yourself in a position like I find myself where um I took on commissions and then I got a lot of commissions and then I don't necessarily have time for fan art to to put in front of the places that would be my dream job, like working on a movie for Sony or a movie for whatever, and a specific type
Yeah.
of work I need to use to wow them. Then when I'm doing commissions, I do it with the intention of also letting it be suitable or passable for a portfolio for
Yeah,
those
like,
studios,
yeah,
you know.
portfolio piece.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
so yeah.
This is so deep. Ah,
Oh wow, thank you. I
oh my
try.
gosh.
But yeah. So like, I think that's general advice I give for people. Like, maybe, maybe not so similar to my case where I've got commissions. Maybe you have your job or your work that you're doing currently
Yeah.
outside of art. You know,
Unfortunately, yeah, I
yeah,
don't have time for commissions anymore
yeah.
because I
So
wasn't getting many
yeah,
commissions, so I wasn't able to actually like make money of it. So I'm like, oh, I guess I have to get a job now. So I don't have the time to draw as much as I used to.
yeah. So then it's excuse me. Oh my god, that was right in your ears. I'm so
Oh,
sorry,
period.
guys. But yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like when you do draw, what you draw there needs to be intention behind it. Like if
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw, even though I like having fun, like there's artists I know today, like they drop bangers that obviously they do well in the algorithm. The social media likes it, like um their followers like it, they get new followers from it, then the post blows up. But
Yeah.
when someone from the industry looks at that, they're gonna be like, "That's nice," but it doesn't show that they have
Yeah, it's not
what
what
we're
we're looking
looking for.
for.
Yeah, but like if you're doing what you're doing and then you break it down, you like have a piece by piece breakdown of what you're doing, and you upload it not just to socials. Maybe you have an ArtStation account or DeviantArt. That's where people from the industry are looking at your stuff, and
Yeah.
if they can see it on those places, then even though you don't get to do too many, whenever you do something, you have a better shot at getting the right person's attention. And obviously, no matter what
Yeah.
you're doing, if someone like Sony comes and they're like, "Yeah, we'd like to give you a position," I'm like, shoosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could
That
make
actually
time for
makes me
that,
feel a
man.
lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was just about being intentional. Like,
Cause
uh,
I can't draw on my iPad as much because of my work and all that. But I do have a little sketchbook I have with me that I do
mhm.
just like doodle and practice anatomy and all that in. So even if I can't be drawing like full pieces like I used to, at least I have time to practice like my fundamentals and all that.
Exactly. Oh, come on. And you never know. Like, eventually, um, you keep it up. Eventually, get those notches under your belt. Eventually, boost your personal brand to the point where people are more interested in you than your work. Then you could just be like, I got
Yeah.
this old ass sketchbook. Someone would be like, yeah, I'll give you $2,000 for that right now. You're like, yeah,
Oh
sure.
wow.
Why not? Just have that.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, yeah. It shocks me to no end when I go to like official websites that sell like original comic covers like by artists. Like if you could get original Jim Lee pencils for like maybe Hush issue 1, the Jim Lee original
Yeah.
pencils, you see that going anywhere from
Damn.
8 to 15 grand.
Damn. God
Like,
damn.
bro, probably knocked that out in like a week.
Yeah, nah.
And he's got someone's half a year paycheck.
Now you hear that, James? I'm gonna put more effort into the art I make for you. It's not gonna be sloppy anymore.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
and it's
yeah,
and it's
I,
not
I
gonna be
I
for you,
appreciate
bro.
that.
You know what? Cause like everything I've done for you before, it was made with no intention. It was sloppy, and I didn't care.
Yeah, you just throwing poop at the wall, just seeing what was sticking.
Fucking
You know, I could feel that. I could see that. No, I'm playing.
Did not
Um,
enjoy a single
you
thing
can
I
see
drew for
that.
you ever.
uh,
Hated everything I did for you for the Lightverse.
yeah, I
Fucking
know.
poop at the wall.
Oh,
Oh my
what do you mean
god.
you know? Wait a minute.
Oh my god damn
But
it. That took me out.
Hey
yeah, I told
guys.
Stephanie. I told Stephanie before that I was just like, look, I mean, of course, this is a passion that you want to turn into some type of, thing, whatever it is, a job one day or whatever. But uh, you never know who's watching whenever you put out those pieces. I had people come to me uh about commissions I've gotten, and they're saying like, "Hey, man, I saw uh you and this artist, y'all did this, and it inspired me to do A, B, and C." And it's like there's everybody doesn't really notice how big of a shadow they cast. I'll say that for myself because for context, uh, is then you have a person maybe DM you one day out the blue, "Hey man, I've been following your stuff for X amount of years. Oh hey man, I remember this and that." Um, Stuff to make you feel like you really have done something, and that's the thing. You really never know who's watching. So I kind of always take heed of that. Um, and I do think about it whenever I'm working on this stuff. I'm writing this stuff. I put it out there. I mean, there are people that look at things, they see things, they don't really say anything. Which I mean, it's their right not to say anything if they don't want to, of course. But um, it's a lot of maybe just having a extra eye peeled when
Yeah.
it comes to looking for other things. It's
Yeah.
easy to say, like, obviously, Daph, you have the people that look at your stuff and followed your stuff. I remember on the Twitch days, everyone was asking like, do you give classes, or is there going to be a deaf school? um I can only imagine uh the rate in which people are also like, what's the comparison of the people that actually talk to you and look at your stuff versus the people that don't talk to you and look at your stuff?
Yeah,
Probably
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is
Yeah.
insane, actually.
Wait. I forgot to ask my question. Dev.
What was your question?
Um. Uh. What canvas size do you use? Because I know you use Procreate, so drop those numbers.
No, what am I? Well,
Well, if you don't mind, of course.
it depends.
Wait, what?
Yeah, really. That's
You don't
that's my best
you
answer.
don't have a set number?
Yeah, that's my best answer. It depends. Cause like when I sketch,
Yeah.
and I like, for example, I sketch. Let me just clear this up. Sorry, DJ.
Oh well,
I'll be right back to
no,
you.
I'm like talking. I'm talking about like for like these references that you do. Like, do you have a set size?
Oh, for DJ, the Lightverse sheets.
Yeah, yeah, just like not in general, just like for these
Oh yeah.
specifically.
Okay then.
Just so
Yeah.
it's easier for me to, like follow.
Let me zoom out. Let me get out of there.
Yeah, because like in general, I know it's like it always varies because it's the same for me. So.
Since it's a Lightverse question, I think I'm gonna answer it here. So for example, my Lightverse sheets are
Hmm.
5,047 by 3,307.
Wait, let me write it down.
What?
Wait, let me write it down. Okay. Library sheet
So
five
it's
47
5047 by 3307.
3307. So is that the one you use for Nikkei? Is that how you say your name? Nikkei? Nike?
Yep. Yep. No,
Nike.
no, you got Nikkei. You got
Um,
Nike!
for
it
for I had to extend the Nikkei one because obviously this is a standard one. These are the
Yeah, those are the
dimensions.
ones you always do.
Yeah, this is the
Signature
dimension.
DAF.
Yeah, this is the dimensions I've just given you. But for the Nikkei
Wait,
one, it's a bit
yeah.
wide. It's a bit wider, so I of course
Yeah.
had to.
Oh, there's also expressions in this one. Oops, I forgot. There was just the turnaround.
Oh right, yeah. I had to push out the width for this one.
Mm.
So
So the expressions, I'm assuming, or
no, because of the
oh, just in general.
no, because of the side profiles, I'd say, because usually it's just front and back.
Mm.
Usually
Yeah,
it's just front and back, but
yeah.
because I added the side profiles to them.
Okay, so for the standard one, the one that you didn't stretch out. Wait, did you also stretch that one out? The one for Lucifer that you're
Yeah,
working on?
these two are the same. Like, because
Oh, okay. What's the size for that?
DJ did say they were sister pieces, so that's 5369 or
Three.
5370 if you want to be specific.
Oh wait, 5 3 what?
70
7 0, and
but
then times what?
by 3307. So the height is still the same. It's just wider.
Okay. Oh gosh, thank you so much.
Hey, my pleasure. Anything for a fellow Goat Islander.
Oh my gosh. Because for when I try to do the sheets, also for like characters that James posted me with, I do wanna like keep it like uniformal, like not so different. Like I don't want it to look very different from what there already
Mhm.
is.
Yeah, I
I want to
think
like
Yeah.
copy or keep it in standard with the style it already has going on.
I'm not gonna.
So when I can't figure it out, it stresses me out. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, I'm gonna
what do
be
I
a. I'm.
do?
I'm gonna be a dick right now,
Oh
and
no.
kind of spoil some. So someone reached out to me recently talking about wanting to create a character for the Lightverse, and
Uh-huh.
they said they just reached out to me. I was like, "Yo, Daff, can I also get the measurements you use for the sheets?" I was like, "Wait, why?" I'm like, "What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
What do you need that for? What are you trying to do?" He's like, "Yeah, I just want to make a character." Then he showed me what he'd done already. I was just trying to do it the way I do it, and I was like, "Okay." Um,
Uh-huh.
and he said it's also meant to be a surprise for DJ. And I was like, "Oh, you said the magic word." So like, I instantly got him the dimensions, and I also added
Mhm.
the default stuff I use, the
Mhm.
key thing, the Lightverse logo, the
Hmm.
the what's called the QR code, the old QR code that I used
Yeah.
for the Lightverse donations link and stuff like that. So and they looked like they'd gone pretty far. They were doing a decent job with their characters. So like I'm not gonna say who it was. To be honest,
Fair.
I haven't checked up to see how far they've gone, but like they were doing it,
Hmm.
they were taking some decent steps. But yeah, if you see
Yeah.
someone that creates or drops a sheet that looks eerily similar to mine, then
Hmm.
yeah, just know that I knew about
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good too. They'd be like, "Yo, someone's trying to word for word, bar for bar." And I'm playing,
it. Bar for
but
It
bar.
was me. It was me.
I knew it.
No, it wasn't.
A1.
Yeah, it was me.
Not me bursting that bubble as soon as I could. No, it wasn't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my gosh!
And
Wait,
this will be
actually,
recorded too, so we got the. What's
I'm
up?
just kidding. It was not me. But like for real though, I think I'm gonna use this canvas size, and I'm gonna do like La Rubia as a test run.
Hmm.
See how it
Yeah.
goes. And if it goes well, I'll just use it as like a reference sheet for her that you can put in her little section.
All right.
I'm gonna see how well I'm gonna test myself. I'm gonna see how well I can actually replicate Daph's art style, like for real. I'm gonna lock in for real this time.
I know you. I know you can do it. Stuff like I said. I see that talent in you. You've shown it different times before, and
Cause like
like
I
I said, I
mean,
know. Yeah.
Listen,
it's
like
kind of like I feel like I can replicate art styles very well. I'm not gonna lie, like it's something I've done before.
Mm.
But
I have no doubt that you can, but like again, I am an advocate for working smarter and not harder. So when I was getting up there, I traced
Mhm.
a lot.
Oh, so I just got the AOK to trace your art.
So
Okay, you know
like
what, James, don't get mad at me when you come
slow down. Let
when
me
I come to you.
finish.
It
Let
works.
me
No, no,
finish.
slow down. Listen to the man.
I
I
know.
tr-
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I I traced a lot when I was in my um like early days of getting into art. So obviously I wasn't on the internet. So like if I was watching like a DVD or something, I'd pause it and put my paper on the screen, just try and trace that out. And I did that obviously for things I could watch, and then for comics that I read, I just try and just copy that onto my page or whatever. But for something like this, I mean, whether we like it or not, like whether we explicitly call it that or not, we're part of something bigger right now. Being in the Lightverse, DJ, I'm just gonna stop recording right now because if this file gets
All
any
right.
bigger, I might not be able to send it to you. So
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,